to After the 9 to 5 podcast with me, Felicity.
And me, Amy.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with a joke. Are you ready for this one?
Bring it on.
Why couldn't the pony sing a lullaby?
It's going to be really shit, isn't it? It's going to be so bad.
What are you trying to say, mate?
Why couldn't the pony sing a lullaby? Because it wasn't Bar Bar Black Sheep?
No, but I do actually really like that answer. No, the answer is because she was a little horse.
Oh.
You know, like, horsey.
Horsey. Little horse. Well done.
Thank
done.
you,
That wasn't good. It's
Can
the.
you put some claps in there?
Yeah.
So how's your week been, Amy?
I'll say this every week. It's been chaos.
Do you still love your job?
Yeah, I still love my job, but it's just been very, very full on. I've been here, there and everywhere as always, to and from Luton. And just trying to catch up on my emails. The emails come in quicker than I can deal with them. And I'm a filer. So once something's been done...
you file. I don't file. I'm a flagger.
You're a flagger, I'm a filer. I'm a flagger then a filer.
I'm a flagger then a ticker.
Yeah, flag, tick, file. That's my process.
Nice.
But I usually have about 20 things ongoing. I think today I've reached peak point of 312 emails in my inbox, which is unheard of for me. I actually spent half an hour going through them today, getting back to people, and I now have about 65, which is still way too many for me. But it's all right. I'm getting there. I feel like I achieved a lot today, and then tomorrow is always a Friday good admin weekday. So yeah, I'm getting there. How has your week been, Felicity?
Yeah, it's been good. Again, I'd say my days aren't that busy like yours. It's more...
Yours is more reactive.
Reactive.
Yeah.
And then obviously reaching out to customers.
Yeah.
But yeah, to be fair, my week's been pretty easy.
Good week.
Good week. It's Friday tomorrow.
Yeah.
And...
Yeah, we're a bit late recording this episode, a couple of days. We had lots of
work commitments.
Yeah,
to be
work
fair.
commitments. So yeah, we're a bit...
Amy was in Luton Tuesday. Wednesday I work from home, and obviously I didn't want to come in
just to record this because it's.
Although I would have.
I know you would have, but it's quite a drive.
But we did have a good Teams meeting.
Yeah, good catch up. We work quite closely together. Yeah, we need to check in from each other from time to time.
But it's funny because they start off work related and then they go to pod related.
Yeah, and we're like, right, quick, let's get back to work. Get back to work. Although, and then we'll stay. Yeah, and then in our lunch breaks, we're like, oh, fuck it, let's have a meeting. Teams meeting, I'll send you an invite. So, yeah.
But yeah, no, so overall, weeks have been good.
Yeah, good. So we've had someone message us on our Instagram. If you're not following us, our handle is at After the 9 to 5 podcast. Mainly just our friends and lovely family following at the moment, but yeah, we just thought we'd set that up because both of our Instagrams are private, and if someone doesn't want to add us or whatever, I totally get that. So yeah, we've started up on Instagram, but someone did message us in with a dilemma, which is kind of cool because it's our first one to discuss and give advice on. So they've put, hey girls, I've got a dilemma here, work related. My manager is always trying to take credit for my work and licks the higher boss's ass. Ooh. This could be just general admin stuff, but at the moment, this could be just general admin stuff. But then also, when it's a colleague's birthday, it's always me going to get the card and bottle of wine and getting all the employees to sign it, and she always takes credit for it. Just fed up of being unnoticed and unappreciated. What shall I do? Let's call her Sandra.
Okay, nice. Okay.
I
just have to reread this again to go into my head.
Basically, her boss is taking credit for her work.
When she's the rat running around doing all the... Yeah.
And then the big boss...
To be fair, I think I've been that girl as well. I've been Sandra.
You've been Sandra. Yeah, it's tough because obviously she's your manager, so you fall under her essentially. But then if you're going around doing all the work and not getting credit... I don't know. I've been a manager. I've also been at the bottom of the chain.
I personally would say, obviously I don't know your work situation, if you love your job or hate your job, but I would say just stay as you are, being the undercover skivvy, basically, because one day that someone will see that you are doing your work. I'm not making sense.
No, I know what you mean. But then I'm a big believer in credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
and perhaps start documenting it. And
But is there anyone you could go to?
yeah, not so much
That's-
on the
But then is that going
above her
above
head.
her head?
Yeah, I see what you mean. But then I do think, like, stuff like the card and stuff, that's a really frustrating. But then I think...
Or make a comment saying, oh, did you like your card? Because I went out and got it.
Yeah.
Things like that.
But then the general admin stuff, like, again, I don't know what your job role is, but document what you're doing. And then perhaps when if it is something for the higher boss, maybe just whack her on copy. Like when you're sending it to your manager,
nice. Yeah,
just
like that.
a quick CC.
Yeah.
So she knows that, and you can maybe do like an intro like, as before, or just like last time, or something a bit more. I don't know, or is that a bit bitchy?
I don't know, because I am one of these sort of people that would just stay in the background.
Yeah,
and
see,
crack
I'm
on
not.
it.
I'm probably a bit more forceful.
But to be fair, like, I am getting more saying what I think to my bosses.
Yeah.
Because
I think
I'm
always in a
growing up.
workplace, especially, as I've said before, work is a transactional situation. And I think it's always better to be honest in situations.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a hard one, really.
Yeah, but really sorry you're going through that, Sandra. But I would perhaps just whack your higher boss on copy.
So, Amy, I see you've put in the notes business card, birthday scraper.
Oh, yeah, no, I just thought it was quite funny. Just because it was sort of work related. So.
I think I know what this is about, but I wanted, you tell the story and see if I get it right.
Okay, so my brother asked me years and years ago to make... He loves American pancakes like my dad used to make. He's always loved American pancakes drenched in syrup. And he asked me 2 years ago to make him a pancake birthday cake that he saw on Pinterest or something. And finally, I think he had COVID, then I had COVID. So this year I was like, right, I'm going to make you a pancake cake. And I was knackered, and bless him, he texted me saying, no, don't worry, Ams. Just, we can just buy a cake.
Does he call you Ams?
He calls me Tesh. Actually.
Tesh?
Amtesh.
Amtesh.
And he goes, hello, Tesh.
Do you have a name for him? Hello, Ash.
No, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't. No, yeah, he calls me Tesh. But yeah, I think he said, hello, Ams. Oh,
He said, hello, Amy.
Hello, Amy. There we go. Don't worry about the cake. But I was like, no, I really want to make a cake. So I got American pancakes, and then I made, instead of drenching it in maple syrup, because I thought that would just turn really soggy.
And sickly as well.
I whipped up some double cream, put maple syrup inside it, and like folded it in. So it was like a maple syrup cream.
Nice.
I then made a blueberry jam, so I did a stack of like 12 pancakes.
It looked banging. It did look good. We'll post a picture up so everyone can see it.
Yeah, sure. But I thought, it'd be really cool to do the cream round, like
a naked cake, yeah.
But I was at my mum's and it was really last minute. She doesn't have like a piping set. Like I've got a whole box of baking stuff and I didn't have my scrapers. I was like, oh my God, I've got my old business card that's plastic, so I'm going to use the business card as a scraper.
Nice.
So I started to do it and it just failed, but it really made me laugh. My old business card was just covered in cream and blueberry jam. I should have taken a photo of it.
And another thing about our business cards, in the past, we were decorating the office.
Oh,
do you remember?
Yeah.
And we used our business cards because they were like proper plastic.
Yeah, thick.
Thick.
Like
plastic.
a credit card.
And there was like, I don't know, it wasn't like wood chipping, like dry paint,
it's like
but it was like thick plastery
yeah.
paint. Anyway, we started chipping away and we're like, right, we need a scraper, and there's like all of us using our business cards scraping and it worked a treat, to be fair. But yeah, they came, probably the only good use that came out of those business cards.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I just thought I'd share that because it made me laugh just looking at my business
But did it taste good?
Yeah, it was delicious.
I might try this syrup cream.
Yeah, delicious.
What's the ratios cream to syrup? Just a quick
just as you go. Just taste it. Just
okay,
whip it in.
Yeah, nice.
Taste it. Don't overwhip your cream, girls.
Turns into butter.
Butter. It's
butter.
So, do you want to tell me about your weekend away to Bath?
Yep, so weekend away to Bath was amazing. First time I've ever been. Weather was okay on driving up on the Friday. It was a bit rainy, and then Saturday was a bit miserable, but it's not bad when you're in a restaurant having lunch, and then we went to the Roman Bath, so it's not bad when you're doing things and going
you're
in and
inside,
out.
yeah,
in and out of places. And then the Sunday we went for a beautiful walk along the countryside, and we were near Longleat
Zoo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Longleat Zoo, and I really wanted to go, but Mr. C didn't want to go because we were in his car, and obviously you drive through and they like monkeys.
They like rip your windscreen wipers off.
So anyway, ended up doing a lovely walk. It was sunny, beautiful blue skies. Then we had a roast dinner, and it was just nice to get away. Romantic. I'm such a getawayer.
Yeah, no, I love that.
But I tell you what is funny is buffets, like breakfast buffets.
Oh yeah.
I'm such a people's watcher. And watching people do the breakfast buffet is probably the best thing ever. There was one guy, bless him, he must have been 20s on like a weekend away with his girlfriend, who came out in the shortest, like bearing in mind it's 8 o'clock in the morning, she comes in just wearing a jumper, nothing on her legs. And then she like bent over the table to grab something, and I could see her bum, and I was like, oh my goodness.
And was there like little old men eating their like
Well, no, it was like touristy people. It was like a Chinese woman in the corner.
Okay.
And then a family. Like, it was a family pubby place. And then this guy, obviously her boyfriend, was trying to use the toaster. And you know when you have like an industrial toaster bits, instead of the ones that go in and slide down, it had like 12 slots.
Oh, to put your toast down.
And then the first thing that set me off was cutting the bread. You know, like Kylie Jenner cut the cucumber? She doesn't hold the cucumber, she holds like the bit where she's cutting off. He was doing that, and I thought, God, someone help him cut this bread.
Was this an old man?
No, he was like 25.
Oh, okay.
So young guy, you'd think he'd know how to cut some bread. And then watching him put it in the toaster, and he kept putting his hand over it because obviously it wasn't getting hot. And then he kept lifting it up, putting it back down. And I was like, oh, please. I was so tempted to get up and help him make this
You're
toast.
so that sort of person, though. Yeah. Just move over. Let me just do it.
I'm such
it's
like
really
a mum
annoying.
like that. But it was just so funny, and I thought, I'd just love to sit here all like morning and watch these people try and like make their breakfast. But anyway.
Oh, cute. Oh, I'm glad you had fun.
It was good.
And then you went to the Roman baths.
Went to the Roman baths, and it wasn't actually that busy.
You said you drank some.
Yeah, so I tried the water. So at the end of the tour, you can try the water.
Oh.
It tasted like blood. Oh. You know, and you get blood in your mouth.
Oh, like canned peaches. Do you not think canned peaches taste like blood? Oh, I love peaches, but...
I know, I can see what you mean, but I wouldn't say they taste like blood.
Oh, the oil in it. Not oil.
The oil.
No, it's not
it's
oil.
The
it's the juice. It's blood.
Thanks. You put everyone off now.
Sorry.
Canned peaches.
Sorry.
So I tried it, and obviously, I don't know if you remember this, guys, but Amy mentioned the Illuminati last week.
Oh, God.
So I went down this researching spiral. And obviously when you start watching something on TikTok, it then always comes up. So I was like obsessed. Like I was like, oh my God, like
you can go down
a really dark hill.
Yeah.
Is that saying?
Yeah. But I think that's the trouble with all these algorithms. Once you watch maybe like 1 or 2 videos, that was all that was
coming up. And I was like, how can I get rid of this? But anyway, I made a joke to Amy, and I drunk these Roman bath water. And I'm like, I'm blessed by the gods. And then on our walk on Sunday, we came across this thing called Heaven's Gate. And it was actually just a man who did like marble cave thingies. Okay. Anyway, he called it Heaven's Gate. And I stood in the middle going, I've been blessed by the gods, so no Illuminati can come to me now. Yeah,
you are safe and you're secure from the dark side. Just thinking actually about you saying TikTok videos coming up. All my TikTok at the moment is UFOs.
Really?
Like stuff that's been sighted in the sky, and it's freaking me out. Well, it's not freaking me out because do you know what? I always knew that there was something going on.
100%. There was definitely something there.
I actually think it's quite naive for humans to think we're the only developed species in this universe. I haven't really got much to say on it.
I know they're real.
Oh, yeah. I reckon maybe there might be among us. I might be one.
What does that mean?
Well, they're among us, so they're
among us. Sorry,
so they look like they're humans, but they're not. They're extraterrestrials. But anyway, maybe we should do a little alien segment because I am quite interested.
Yeah, what's the Unsolved Mysteries? You know that thing on Netflix, bright light was above them, and there was like more than one family that saw it.
Yeah, they all have the same story.
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
Talking of things like this, though,
yeah,
should we mention what we purchased?
Yeah. Go on.
I don't know if I'm saying it right. So Amy and I, obviously we talk about this a lot. We love spirits, and we're going to dig deeper, I think.
Yeah.
And Amy purchased some dowsing rods.
Yeah, I think they're called dowsing rods.
Dowsing
rods, yeah.
Like a dowel.
A dowel, yeah. I think they're called dowsing.
Dowsing rods.
Dowsing rods, yeah. Let's just call them then. We've got written down, purchase some rods. But they're called dowsing rods, I believe.
Yeah, nice. And we're going to do some like videos in the coming months of using them, seeing what we get.
Yeah,
Obviously,
but
we're
I
not
tried it
professionals.
yesterday whilst we were on our lunch break. We were on a Teams call and I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to try them.
Yeah.
I was like, do I know you? Are you male? Are you
you
female?
female?
And apparently my grandparents came through. Because I was like,
It was weird. It was
weird.
We'll have to share the video because...
It's not great quality, but we will post it.
Well, because I'm literally filming her on Teams.
Yeah.
But you're not moving your hands.
No,
That's what I find
and the thing
incredible.
is, I'm really trying to keep my hands as still as possible. And I said, cross the rods if it's Nana and Baba, I think. And they went, But anyway, we'll post the video in the next couple of days or weeks or whatever. We're going to film some stuff. Just not in our homes, because I don't want to attract stuff in my house. My house is like my safe space.
I don't know it, like, because it's not like a Luigi board.
No, but it's still like summoning spirits, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe I should take them to my tarot reading. No, I'll leave that.
No, leave. Oh, so you've got a date?
Yeah, I've now actually got an official date, because she kept saying that she only had online appointments. So when is it? 22nd of March?
22nd of March.
Wednesday, 22nd. I'm actually going in my lunch break. She said it would only take like half an hour, 45 minutes. And it's only 5 minutes down the road.
And the fact that it's
It's Wednesday.
Oh, you're joking.
You work from home.
No, I'm not. I'm coming in. I'm going to come in.
Okay, all right. Swap
day,
your day around. But yeah, so I'm really excited to tell you guys how it goes.
I'm really excited. And I really hope it's like good for you.
I do too. Just one more thing, talking about like spirits, although it's not really spirit related, it's more like wavelengths. So, little story time, I'll be as quick as I can. My favourite artist on the planet is a musician called Tash Sultana. They are amazing. If you haven't checked their music out, go and have a listen, because it takes me to a place I've never gone before. And they have 4 EPs out. I have 2 of them signed that I got from their shows. I don't have the first one. I don't have the most recent one. Potentially, I could get the most recent one at the gig in June that my partner and I are going to. But I don't have the original Notion signed EP. I'm on a forum, loads of fans. They come up for sale. But this guy is based in Texas. I went, oh my God, I know someone in Texas. My cousins. Get them shipped to my cousins. This is such a long story, sorry. Get them shipped to my cousins, and then my cousin then ships them to me. They get lost in customs. This was like back in July or something. Gutted, because I'd sent this guy money, and I didn't know if it was all done on Facebook, wasn't it? It was all done like through PayPal, but I paid like extra to make sure they're protected. Yeah. Bless this guy. He actually sells me his signed records. They end up in Texas. They don't get to me. They're stuck in customs. They finally, last week, my cousin texted me saying, good news for you, they've returned.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh
so she's got them now. Anyway, that day, I hadn't seen my mum, hadn't spoken to my mum, got to my mum, she goes, was I dreaming? Or is it good news about your records?
No way.
Yeah. And I was like, well, how do you know that? I said, Meg just literally texted me this morning. So, yeah, weird. So I just thought I'd add that in there.
Well, are you actually going to get the records?
Yeah, she's in Scotland next week, or 2 weeks' time, but I'm away. So but so she was like, I was like, I'll get a courier, or she'll arrange Royal Mail. Like, as long as they're in the UK, I don't even care. Yeah, me and my mum do have this weird wavelength.
Yeah. Oh my God, amazing though. Like, and she just woke up thinking,
yeah,
did I dream that? But like, was it good news?
Was like, did I dream that? Or is it good news about your records? She said something like that, or you've got your records or something. I was like, oh my God, no, but da-da-da-da. So, yeah.
Oh, Amy, I'm so happy for you. I bet you're over the moon.
I know. And the cool thing is that I won't need to, hopefully, if they arrive in great condition, I won't need to buy a record at Tash's concert of the MTV Unplugged. That is a plug for that album. If you haven't listened to that album, that is a live recording of some of her best songs, and it's fucking amazing. Case closed.
So we're just going to share our condolences to Nicola Bulley's case.
Yeah, if you've been listening...
We're going to put that to bed now.
Yeah, I'm just going to read some stuff.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm still on it.
She's on it.
Yeah, just massive condolences to her family. Unfortunately, Nicola Bulley was found in the River Ware on the 19th of February, over 3 weeks after she was reported missing. It's just so sad. I was so hoping that she'd be reunited with her family. But there's still things that don't add up. And I will put this to bed after this episode. I just have to say a few things.
Okay,
sorry.
Here she goes.
Here I go. So the last 2 weeks, these divers and police have been searching this bloody river. And suddenly she just ends up in the river.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Something fishy about that.
Something weird. And I was watching an interview with one of these divers, and although he couldn't see in the reeds, he could see footage through the sonar of the river and the riverbeds, and he categorically says there was no body in that stretch of river. The police also searched with sonars and cameras and all that stuff. So I get it. And why wasn't that area searched immediately?
That's the thing.
I just don't get it.
And the fact it's less than a mile up the road.
Yeah, and it was found in a site that's like a perfect deposition area near a wall. So it could have been like hiding behind a wall and then put in. I don't know. I don't want to speculate because unfortunately now she has been found dead, and I believe that it is a murder investigation now because it's not just she fell in the river. Her body has now been released to her family, so at least they can lay her to rest, and there'll now be like an inquest into her death. But yeah, we just thought, because we'd been following this for the last few weeks, that we would just pay our respects to Nicola and her family. And I really hope her family get the answers that they deserve for the poor woman.
Again,
so talking of missing people.
Yeah, talking of missing people, I came across a video actually driving home from Bath, and it was a woman or girl who thinks she could be Madeleine McCann.
Is it this Polish woman?
The Polish one.
Yeah.
And she obviously has the mark in her eye, she has the mole on her left cheek, I believe, and also the mark on her leg.
It's like a freckle, isn't
Yeah,
it?
they're like freckles and the dimples. The more I've read into it, I don't know if she is Madeleine.
I don't, but she's made like Instagram and TikTok accounts
and
like I am Madeleine McCann.
Yeah, and I believe that Kate and Jerry McCann have agreed to do a DNA test, so it'll be interesting to see what comes out of that. But there's also this other German girl that went missing, but she would only be 13 now, whereas this other girl
does look quite like her, doesn't she?
She does look a lot like her.
Is that just a coincidence?
This is the thing, but it is really sad. Like this poor Polish girl.
She's obviously been abused.
She's a troubled
child, yeah. Because Madeleine McCann went missing in 2007, all those years ago in Portugal. And this woman, her name's Julia Wendell or something.
The Polish girl.
Right. Obviously does have similarities, but she's also like unaware of her identity. And she overheard her grandma saying something, which is why she thinks she's Madeleine.
Do we know what she's overheard?
No, I was looking everywhere for that.
Yeah, because she has no recollection. She has no
recollection.
She has no recollection of her childhood.
Yeah, which is weird. And it's so sad. And she's obviously a troubled girl. And even if she's not Madeleine, they need to look into what the hell's gone on there, poor girl.
Yeah, and actually recently I've just saw the picture of her mum now, Julia's mum.
Oh, yeah?
Looks like the suspect from Madeleine McCann's case.
What?
Yeah.
You joking?
I'm not joking.
Oh, God.
So we'll keep you posted on this one because...
Yeah, it's everywhere on the internet at the moment, isn't it?
So Robin's given us the zoo as our ABC challenge. I won't be mean and say we can't use animals.
Yeah, that's fucked. You can't say in a zoo we can't use animals. Are you joking? Are you joking? Okay, cool. Are you going to start?
I think I started last time, so you can start.
Okay. Admission for children is free at the zoo.
Because they're under the age of 10.
Crocodiles, be careful.
Danger, danger.
Eating meat near the lions is dangerous.
Frank's hot sauce is good on the hot dogs.
Go and get a ride on the zebra. Oh no. We've used zebras already.
How about the monkey bars?
I just love the insect house.
Just because you're a spider.
Kangaroos and koala bears are only in Australian zoos.
Let me tell you a story about Australia Zoo.
Mind blown.
Not gonna lie though, it's probably the best zoo I've ever been to.
Oh, really?
Probably, yeah, one of the best ones I've been to.
Queensland?
Ridiculously close.
Sometimes I wish I was a zookeeper.
To be honest, Amy, I think you look like one.
Underwhelmed.
Very.
Why don't we go and play with the bears?
Xylophones in the park you can play with?
Yeah, sure, no probs.
And zebras?
And zebras. Yay,
Nice. So I put up a question box on the Instagram earlier this evening, and we've received a couple of questions.
Shall I explain what the segment is? So we're going to start a segment saying, is it just me? Because I feel like everyone has their own little quirks. So, for example, this might divide opinion. Is it just me, but I put the squash in after the water?
I think that's disgusting.
Why?
Because, just hear me out for a second.
Yeah,
so
I know what you're going to say, but yeah, go on.
No, but when you put the water in, how do you know how much squash you need?
I just know. I know if it's a double concentrate. I know if it's a normal. I just know. And my brother does it too, but my mum doesn't, so I don't really know where we've learnt that.
Yeah, and then do you not find that the squash sits on top?
No, because I usually take a massive gulp. Usually it's not as strong at the top. So you just take that big gulp that's not that strong and then it's perfect.
Wow.
So is it just me?
I think it is, Amy.
And my brother.
Apart from Haz. I think it is just you. If you could let us know if she's a weirdo, could you email us in?
Have you got one? Or what did other people say? Because I know we've got a few replies.
Oh yeah, so there was another one. This was actually Office Space as well. Is it just them that they boil the knife and forks in their kitchen before they use them?
Shut up. In a communal kitchen?
In a communal, office kitchen.
How
a bit like
big's
us.
the office?
I don't know, they didn't say.
Oh. I wouldn't hear, because I trust you.
Yeah, well,
Also, we wash them all up.
No, I know. Even
That's
though
so
they're washed.
weird.
Funny, eh?
I don't have the time to do that. I barely have the time to answer my emails, let alone sit and wait for a kettle to boil just to eat my food.
And sit there and disinfect those knife and forks.
I'm going to have to see who that is.
I'll give you their number if you want.
Yeah.
And then my one
Yeah.
was when I make a drink.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I think I know that my sister also does this, but we will pour water and rinse out the glass at least 3 to 4 times before making a drink.
Oh, must be nice to afford your water bill.
Oh, oh great. Now I'm going to look bad.
No. That's to be fair, I
also
sort
it makes
of get that.
And it makes the water colder as well because you're running it for longer.
Yeah, and to be fair, I run the tap if I am making a glass of water, so... Yeah,
But
I think it's weird,
yeah.
but I don't think it's like super, super weird. But it is, if it's like a ritual that you do every time,
Yeah.
that's weird.
And it's like drains, 3 drains. I can't step on 3 drains.
Oh yeah, see, I've never been. My
Have you not
my
been-
friend's like that. She's like, oh, drains.
Yeah, and then if you step on 3, you have to spin around and
Oh, really?
start again, yeah.
Yeah, I've never been like that. Like, I'll walk under a ladder.
yeah, like scaffolding. Oh, and like crossing stairs. Like here, I hate crossing stairs.
Oh, crossing someone on the stairs.
Yeah, crossing someone on the
never bothered
stairs.
me.
But then if I do it, say like you're walking up a parking lot.
Yeah.
And you've got the stairs. Obviously,
Like a
you can't say,
stairwell.
"Oh, stop! I can't walk next to you." I always cross my fingers, hoping it's going to help.
Oh, it sort of levels it out.
Yeah, I'm like,
Like,
it's
reverses
okay.
it.
Yeah, like I've crossed
That's
my
so
fingers. It's
funny.
okay. I can walk past you. I don't know what it is.
That's so random. We will see if anyone else replies to that. But yeah, that's going to be our new segment. Is it just me? Because I'm sure over time we'll think of things that we do.
Yeah, and it just came to my head because I think I was sorting out the bed sheets, and I think a lot of people would change their beds
Differently.
And I was thinking, I wonder if this is just me that does it like this.
So I was at my auntie's house this weekend and we were talking about things you don't know, or things that are always a thing but you just know.
Never know why.
Yeah, and my cousin, shout out to my cousin, won't name her, she was saying, do you know why we say bless you? Do you know why we say bless you?
Because when we sneeze, we close our eyes and look up to the God and we say bless you.
I mean,
Am I not too far?
Not too far off. This goes back to more superstitious times where a sneeze was believed to separate the soul from the body, to prevent the devil stealing the soul to incantation. Oh, I can't say that. To prevent the devil stealing the soul, i.e. bless you. God bless you, was uttered to release the soul from Satan's clutches and return to the rightful owner. It also comes from the time of the Great Plague, as sneezing was one of the first symptoms, and it was obvious that person would die. Bless you was a suitable thing to say. It was believed that sneezing was the way for the body to rid itself of the devil's evil influences.
What is it with devil and stuff at the moment?
It's everywhere.
Also, I just want to say as well, it just came to my head, when I was in the Roman baths, you walk around with these phones.
Okay, yeah, like a tour.
Yeah, like a tour in your head, and it's so funny. I was going, hello, I can't hear you, I can't hear you. Anyway, turns out they were talking about the Hadrian's thingy.
Hadrian's Wall?
Hadrian's Wall.
Oh, yeah.
That guy that built that,
Yeah.
he was there.
Oh,
Yeah, and
there
I
you
thought,
go.
I know him.
I know him. I know about him.
Amy's
73,000 miles.
It was actually 73 miles.
It was. I'm really proud that
73
you remembered
miles
that.
long. He built it with just his 2 hands.
Did he?
No, I don't know. So we've got a funny story that
we thought we'd share.
We thought we'd share, and it's used to happen in our old office.
Yeah. So we had access to the CCTV in the reception and also in the office. And bear in mind, we work with all men. Felicity and I were like the only people to use the toilet. Also, we thought.
Dun, dun, dun.
Anyway, we kept going. I don't want to be too graphic, but I wouldn't go for a number 2 at work. That's just not my vibe.
See, I would, and
Yeah.
I'd happily say I would.
Yeah, that's fine. That's not my vibe. Only because the toilets are quite close together. Anyway, and every time we used to go for a wee, about 11 o'clock, someone had done a shit and left just such a big skid mark in the toilet. And it was just like, oh, really? There's a toilet brush there. Like, sort it out.
And it was in the girls,
Yeah,
right?
it was in the girls.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you know, I don't mind people do... Hey, when you got to go, you got to go. That's fine. I also know I live 2 minutes up the road. So if I was
you were
desperate,
going to
I could run
explode,
home.
yeah.
And we're like, who is leaving this skid mark on the toilet? And I just know Felicity wouldn't leave that for me because she's in and out like a bullet and they're clean, they don't scrape the sides. Yeah, they're on it. I don't know if we'll leave this in, but anyway, so I'm like, right, I'm getting on the CCTV, I'm figuring out who is this, because this went on for months and I was just sick of it. Every time I went for a wee, like, I don't want to look at someone else's shit.
The thing is, though, as well, they weren't just small; they were like massive,
Huge,
skivvies.
and it was always on one side. Do you remember? It was always like it was lopsided.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So we found out by looking at these CCTV tapes, you know, for months, that it was our boss.
And it was always at 11 o'clock.
Always at that time, and
Yeah.
it was our boss. This whole time had been going into the toilet, not giving it any regard of who else is going to use that toilet, and left a massive skid mark. And honestly, when we saw the CCTV, we were dying. Do you remember? Watching it, I nearly actually weed myself laughing because you can like slow-mo it and then it detects movement.
Yeah. Oh, good times, man.
Good times. But yeah, I just thought we'd tell you that story.
But I've actually got a funny poo story if you do want to hear it.
Yeah, go on.
So I haven't asked permission to tell the story, but I won't say any names and I won't say where I am. But when I was somewhere, she came over to my house and used the toilet, which I'm more than happy for people to do. They came out and said, don't go in there for 5 minutes. So I thought, yep, fair enough. Not going to go in there. Came back out and they said, like, look, I've blocked your toilet.
Oh, God.
And I was like, okay, it's fine. This is where, like, the mum side comes out at me. I'm
Yeah,
like, right,
yeah.
it's fine. I said, like, how bad is it? Obviously, I went in there. Oh, my God. Their shit was everywhere. Like swimming around.
No.
And it wasn't even a hard poo.
Oh.
It was like really flaky and runny.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so the good person I am, I said, right, let's crack on with this. We need to get this undone. We need to get this down the toilet. Because obviously it was my bathroom. I'm not going to be able to go for a poo myself.
Oh, this is so disgusting.
So
I can smell shit now.
I get like a bin bag, put my hand in the bin bag, and then like I start...
Oh, like a glove? Oh, Christ.
And I start like breaking up her shit. Their shit. So I started breaking up her shit. And I'm like, right, obviously then the water's going down slightly, so I flush it, hoping it's worked. Then it comes back up again, and it's literally like a poo stew. It was awful. I think we then started, because the bath was next to it, next to the toilet.
Oh, like siphoning it out.
Siphon it out, just to get the water down, to then like plunge it with our hands, flush it again. And then all of a sudden it went. So I was like, perfect. We then go out for the day. I then come back. Obviously, nature calls. I then go for a poo. Fucking same thing happens again.
So it's the toilet. It's not that she had a massive shit and
It's the
blocked your
toilet. So then my shit's now floating around, and so I'm like, fucking hell.
Did she get a bin bag and use it as a glove?
No, she'd gone home.
Oh, right.
So now I was on my own. So I FaceTimed my mum, and I said, Mum, what do I do? Like, I haven't got a plunger or anything. So again, I'm like fishing around, breaking up my poo. And then, top tip, if anyone is ever in this situation,
okay. Nice.
Get
This
a flannel.
a shit hack, quite literally.
You get a flannel, okay? Obviously,
Discard it after using this. Yeah.
and you wrap your hand, or like a hand towel, wrap your hand in this hand, like make a fist.
Yeah.
And then you use it as a plunger. Get right down and you plunge that motherfucker.
Yeah, but your arm is still getting covered in shit.
No, I know, but you just got to go for it.
Oh.
Anyway,
So
did
you
this.
create like a...
Bob's your uncle went. And then, do you want to know a funny story? When I moved out
Yeah.
of the place, I then saw a Facebook status of the woman I was living with
Yeah.
saying, has anyone got a number for a plumber?
No. So it was obviously a common problem. Oh, fucking
Yeah.
hell.
Bloody brilliant, honestly. It was so funny, but...
The tone of this podcast has really hit a low now.
Sorry, but I love that story. And me and my friend, we hit a new level that day.
Yeah, new friendship.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, that's rank.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, I thought I'd tell that funny story.
Lovely. So thank you all for listening to episode 6 of After the 9 to 5 podcast. We are so excited that some of you are on this journey with us. It's really cool seeing the stats on the RSS platform, Spotify, and now Amazon. If you've not already, please check out our Instagram. Send us an email to after9to5podcast@gmail.com.
Or you can Instagram us at After the 9 to 5 podcast.
Yeah, it's really cool that this vision we had all those years ago is now we're literally sat in our office recording a podcast, and we really appreciate any of the feedback, good or bad as well. Like, please send us a message if there's something that you don't like or
want us to try something, because with this Instagram as well, we're going to start filming ourselves and trying these trends, trying food trends.
Yeah, it's
just having a laugh.
Yeah, a bit more than just a podcast. It's going to be, we're hoping to build a little community on here of people from all walks of life, whether you work in an office like us, but as we've said so many times, we are just two girls working a 9 to 5 job and trying to have a bit of fun and make light of some crazy situations sometimes. So yeah, please give us a like. Please, if
follow
you can,
us
on here.
Rate us on Spotify.
Rate us on Spotify. I always heard this on podcasts going, please give us 5 stars. Now I understand why they asked for that, because the more of you that like it and subscribe and follow it, the bigger we could get on this, and it's just cool seeing the community grow more than anything.
Because I think it's just like you say, it's just us two. Like, we're sitting in a bloody office right now.
We don't have a producer, we don't have a manager, we don't have money to spend on all this fancy stuff. But
thanks so much, guys, and we really appreciate it, like Amy said.
Yeah, have a good week, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.